Okie dokie. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, hello. David, hello, hello. Boing, boing, boing. What is that?
Flan.
Oh, it is the flan. Yes, I was flan. Welcome back, everybody. Finishing up some stuff here. Should have some Patreon stickers out in the mail today, which will be a lot of fun. It is the weekly live stream. Hello, hello. I called it Dungeons and Drawing today, just to mix things up, but I still like Discord and Draw. I think that's great. We do need to find a way to make Discord more apparent in it, though. Welcome back. We're hanging out. We're doing stuff. We're in Aggie again today. Where's my buttons? I lost all of my buttons. There we go. The music might be a little loud. Let me know if it's a little, it's a little loud on my end. Let me turn that down a little bit. Music again by the wonderful Will Savino. Great stuff. Great stuff. Here we go. Let's go back to ba-ba-boom. Ba-da-da-da. Alright. I'm joined today by the Bluest of Druids. We're hanging out. Stream hype. We're going to draw some rugbies. We're going to draw some rugbies, and then we're going to draw a whole bunch of cool stuff today. Got a lot of really good suggestions for today's draw. It got split into two different posts because I forgot to post the picture on YouTube. If you'd like to submit one of those, I need to check the Reddit page too. I forgot about the Reddit page. We have a place on Reddit to post, as well as a place on the YouTube community, or you can just scream in the chat and figure that out. We do have a Reddit page now, which is cool. It's called Rookzer0 or Rook out of context, out of character. I don't care. It is what it is. Let's see what that's doing, and then we'll start drawing a rugby. And that's it. That's what we're doing today. So, hope everybody had a wonderful week. We got some rugby fan art on the Reddit. That's awesome. 4 people have thumbed up the video, but nobody posted anything on the Reddit. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. It's there for people if they want it. That's the important part. But yeah, that's it. Goldtooth, hello, hello. Stream hype. Stream hype. Start warming up with the rugby today. How are you, Goldtooth? How is your day going? Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. All those tips. Feed the cats. Keep the power bills on. And I appreciate them very, very much. Ooh. Oh no, what happened? This rugby got all kinds of Picasso'd all of a sudden. That was weird. I know he's supposed to be a little bit of a strange fellow, but he should still make sense. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see if we can get some good eyeballs in here. Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome, Corvus. How are you today? I think I need to start drawing rugby, doing different things. The fan art is starting to be more complex than my art, which means I gotta step it up.
I mean, he's really just been a warm-up for a long time. So.
That's true. That is very true. What is it? It's June, right? I guess it's Pride Month.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to draw a rugby unless I just go without coloring him. Like, I don't know what to do. Is there a pride hat I can draw? That's probably the shittiest question I've ever asked once. What are like the symbolisms for Pride Month that aren't color based? That's the question. That's the legit question. Losing the war against pollen. I feel that. It's hot out, and I'm getting more dogs than the rest of you today, so I'm not happy about that, but I get them out and get them rehomed. Yeah. That would be awesome. I know it might not be super useful because we have so many people all across the U.S., but if you want to promote the rescue in the Discord, you're very welcome to. I'd be very happy to do that. Gotta find those Poochums homes. Corvus, welcome, welcome.
The symbol for Pride is clack fans.
Clack fans? What is that? Is that like a vuvuzela?
Oh, gibberish.
Oh, okay.
I literally had no idea what you said.
I am with vuvuzela.
I don't know what that is.
It's a plastic trumpet. It's usually used for soccer. And yes, this is how rugby would hold stuff with his toes. That's a vuvuzela. That's where that sound comes from.
Oh, that sound came from an air horn.
It could also be an air horn. The vuvuzelas might be the droning. You're right. I might have mixed that up.
They often have very snarky one-liners on it.
I need pictures.
Picture.
Oh, there's the picture. Okay. Okay, I gotcha.
They're often quite long, and the reason they're called clack fans is because they make a clacking noise when you flip them out.
Gotcha. Okay, clack fan. Nice. I would be the owner. I would, but the owner would not like that much. Makes absolutely no sense. We need to get the dogs out, and having a little extra money coming in helps take care of the dogs. That's true. Whatever, I'm not the owner, just the person that works there. That's fair. That's fair, you know. Oh, God. Bri, hello, hello. Thank you for the tip. How are you today? Welcome in. Got a whole bunch of good sketches today, so I'm excited. We're still in the warm-up phase, so we haven't yet rolled the dice. There's 13 to pick from today. I don't have a 13-sided dice, so I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe if we roll a nat 20, we'll... You know what? I'm going to take it back. If we roll a nat 1, I'll draw 2 at once. I'll put 2 of them together.
Cannot be unsaid now.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
Push-ups.
Push-ups on a nat 1.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. That'll work. I was just trying to bring back the 20 push-ups whenever someone donates.
Yeah, I had to stop doing push-ups because my shoulders are not happy with me right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I just did too many push-ups and I hurt myself, or if I'm just old. But I think the push-ups were keeping me from not realizing how hurt I was. But now I have to do stretches every day, and so because I do the stretches, I don't do the push-ups. So maybe that's not great. I know that I am making this look like a kite and not a fan, but I don't care. I'm actively making that decision.
It's okay.
That being said, there should be more pride kites. That would be amazing. I'm sure they exist. I forgot about the ears, though. I think the ears would be more aerodynamic than the fan would. Yeah! Too much wind resistance. Just roll a d20 and do push-ups and re-roll if the number is not, but that has no request. Or that's been drawn already. I mean, I guess that would work. That would start me off with a 2/3 chance, though, almost. Well, I guess no, that's not right. That's bad math. Slightly over half of not doing push-ups. I honestly don't think I need more push-up games. I have so many already. So many already. I should be doing push-ups for tips, but yeah, maybe I should. I did some stretches this morning, though, so it's not like I'm not doing them. Alright. I'm feeling pretty warmed up. I think I'm about ready. I think I'm about ready to roll this. Maybe that's what we need to do on the Reddit, is like discover a new legit drinking / push-up game for live streams. That's probably the most puppetish looking rugby I think I've drawn in a while. That is pretty Anyways, Rook, how are you doing? I'm doing all
I
right.
think so too.
Sorry about that, Druid.
No, you're good. I was just agreeing with you.
What if we make it look like he's made out of burlap? Maybe this is just a rugby kite. It's got like a string coming out of his mouth. Oh no, it's horrible. I hate it. I guess the string coming from anywhere else would be just as bad. Watch us get kicked off of YouTube. We saw you draw that giant puppet dong. It's like, what? What are you talking about? Alright. Alright. That's a good rugby. I think that's fine. I want to scruff him up a little more. Let's get into this. If people would like to draw with us today, we are still using Magma Studio. There's a link in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, there's a link down below. Follow all those links and just, do whatever. That's fine. Blah, 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 blah. D20. Here we go. I am rolling the orange dice today, so we'll see what happens. They're very sharp, and they're amazing. Thank you.
Brian,
again.
are you secretly an artist? You've not been telling us. Because I found this person on Twitter the other day. There's too much of a coincidence.
There's a lot of orange in there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of...
And they're spooky, brah.
Those are pretty creepy. I like it. Spooky Bry is the name of the Twitter at Spooky Bry.
And it says, for year this year, another year of orange.
Go celebrate Brycey by checking out at Spooky Bry, whether or not they are related.
Because too much of a coincidence is going on here.
We may have figured it out. Follow the links, join the Patreon, and send super chats. Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking about for me or for at Spooky Bry? Because I don't know if that's you. If that is you, you're very welcome to promote yourself. And if not, I think you just found your best friend.
Yeah.
This is she, her. I think this might be Bree.
Yes, they're...
Either way, I'm following this person just out of coincidence. I disavow Spooky Bry. Spooky Bree does make more sense. Spooky.
I just know I've really liked their art for a while.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. All right, anyways. All right, we're rolling these dice. Here we go. Go support your local artists. Myself included, but other artists are fine too. I am also, this is kind of off the side note, I'm trying to expand the Discord so that when people join the Discord, aside from the Patreon stuff you get, like you get access to the Patreon only zone and you get your colored name tags and goblins and hobgoblin status. I'm going to be adding something so that artists can join and then promote their own artwork, as well as try to just add a few little extra things to that. So hopefully that'll be coming in the near future. I have no idea how to do it. I'm talking with my mods now and figuring that out, but hopefully we'll be able to do that. If you want to support some local to the community, some community artists, definitely check out the Commission Artists tab, as well as the Promote Yourself tab from time to time. And if you want to post there, you're very welcome to. Nat 20, boom. All right, save myself from push-ups. I'm glad I corrected that.
For now.
I only have 13. That was not the correct die to roll. So we're gonna roll D12, and we'll chuck at it. Sorry, whoever the last person was. We'll see. Figure that out in a minute. Okay. So the first two are boop boop, and then we're gonna go to 1, 2. So that's 3, 4. All right. Wait, I'm doing 4. Megumi, Draconic Bloodline Warforged, created using the blood. Oh. Blood, bone, and scales of a silver dragon, created as War Machine by the king. Nice. Okay, so we have a kind of dragon Warforged. That's cool. I like that idea. We will go ahead and do that. Let's get it going.
I'm perfect for
Dr. Random, welcome. Oh, I have the white background again. I don't know if that's okay or not. I forgot to make more backgrounds last week. I didn't do a lot of stuff last week, so, you know, that's not high on my priority list anyways. Should we try a different paintbrush today? Ooh, look at that. That's sketchy and dirty. I have been asked to make some brushes, and I might start doing that. But, like, my biggest issue with brushes is, like, this looks really cool. Like, this is a great scrubbly brush. But, like, I always draw at such a low resolution that, like, at this point, it's not a lot different than the round brush. It's got a little bit of texture to it. But, yeah, I usually draw at, like, 4 or 5 pixels. So, like, no brush I have matters except shape. Which is why the round brush is so great for me. So, I'll think about it, though. I might do a lot more, like, I have a few shape brushes that I really like using from time to time, and as well as some texture brushes that I might create myself and then add for you guys. So we'll see how that. And any Patreon members will get access to that, as well as some of the other fun stuff I'm doing this. What should I be drawing? Carrie, you're allowed to draw whatever you like. If you'd like to draw one of the viewer suggestions, we can roll a die for you. Otherwise, you just draw whatever. Yeah.
And if you need more space, just let me know.
So I gotta ask, why are the recent uploads onto YouTube and not Twitch? Part of that is, I mean, I'm still only uploading live streams to YouTube on Wednesdays. Otherwise, all the live streams are on Twitch. I've been uploading a lot of, like, shorts, which is just different. And that's just stuff I've been adding to and fiddling with. And TikTok. Those are the two things I've been trying to add more to. So I don't know if I'll keep doing it because the YouTube shorts aren't doing great. Like, they're just not. They're not doing much. I don't get paid for them, and like 100 people see them. So I think we might just stick to TikTok with those, and then I'll post shorts of new videos, like little snippets of new videos, because I think that'll be fun. So that's something I've been working on and playing with and trying to figure out. A lot of people on YouTube are basically like, oh, just make a new channel for your shorts, and it's like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, you know, enough people don't see my stuff that I don't know if spreading it out would be helpful. All right, so here we go. Draconic Warrior.
They probably rolled a 4.
Oh, roll a 4. Okay, so that's going to be right after the one I did. Ethan Hatmaker. A fairy named Petal, 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 who is secretly a red dragon. And he has poison and fire breath weapons. There you go. Nice. So a small dragon fairy. Lots of dragons today. I like it.
Or fairy dragons.
I do like fairy dragons.
Same.
So Druid's kind of already doing one of the suggestions.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. I don't want to say anything, but...
This is just my warm-up.
I know. It's like mushroom person night.
Oh yeah. I'm even planning on giving them a shield.
The YouTube short train. Well, there you go. So we'll count that in. Your warm up is one of the.
Okay, cool. Hey, that's great. It means I can take longer.
Yep.
And color it the way I want to do.
Gold suggests the YouTube short train is kind of a passing part. I don't know. It's different. Is I think the problem, because like YouTube, they have not yet mastered the art of making that function. But like the short form content is, I think, here to stay for a while. Because at the same time, TikTok just is like, you can upload 10-minute videos, and I tried that, and like nobody watches them. So it's very much, I think it's very much platform dependent. But yeah, the YouTube Shorts, not terrible. I think they're just very different things.
Ooh. your shorts have been showing up as shorts, oddly enough.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It depends. So if you post a video under a minute long, it automatically gets tagged as a short and sent somewhere else.
Okay.
And yeah, it's weird.
I don't understand this YouTube craziness.
Yeah, and I mean, all it does is throw it into the pool of videos to be watched when people are on their mobile phones and clicking on the little short tab thing. I'm not a big fan of this brush. I take it back.
You disappoint me.
It's just too fuzzy. It's just too fuzzy. Oh no, I've lost my brush now. This one? This one? This one? This one? This one? Yep.
It all depends on who you follow. If your social media is a nightmare.
So, I mean, no, being a social media creator is hot garbage. Like, it's not fun. It's just not. I don't know how else to describe that.
That's why I just don't ever want to do it.
You know what? You've convinced me. I'm gonna stop all social media. I'm gonna stop promoting content. I'm gonna go live in the woods. You can all thank Corvus for that.
I said me, not you.
Dang it. I honestly feel like I lost the marker I was using. It's been ruined. I think density down, opacity, low stabilizer, shape, hardness, yes. Density checked at 50%, I think. That's close. We're getting real close. Opacity down? Nope. Okay, opacity up. Density way down. There we go. I got it. We got it back. Okay. Dragon Warforged. Focus. Focus. You guys got me talking about the hustle again. It's not the kind of channel this is. This is for talking about food and anime and air conditioners.
And Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
But not Lord
Only
of the Rings,
briefly.
because that's against the rules.
Something sort of food related. Has anyone tried the new Dr. Pepper Dark Berry?
That what?
Dr. Pepper.
No. I do not drink soda currently because it will kill me.
Like
soda?
literally or like figuratively?
A little bit of column A, a little column B.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely don't touch the stuff.
I've been trying really hard not to drink soda, and then all of a sudden it became like $6, $6 to $7 a case, and I was just like, "Yep, no more soda." So,
Makes it easy.
yep, makes it easy.
Yeah, we managed to get a case of it while it was still fairly cheap, and it's odd.
Although it was fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Here's a soda nobody wants to buy.
Like limited edition, so it's just brand new. It's like advertising the new Jurassic World movie.
No.
Jurassic
feel like-
Park.
I feel like I have to put the dragon horns in here somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. If Skyrim has taught me anything, it's that you can't make dragon armor without pasting the dragon horns.
That's an interesting concept.
Oof. I want to do something. Maybe we do something Jonas inspired. Really big chunky horns.
Hips.
We could do sexy dragon hips.
Like that one android lady from League.
Do you mean Heroes of the Storm?
No, there's one in League.
Is there a big...
That's like really wide robotic hips and legs.
There's a... I think it's Alex Straza in Heroes of the Storm. She's thick. She's thick, and I like it. But she's also a big old dragon, which is also cool.
Camilla. League character.
I need pictures. I can't remember, unless she's beyond my time.
I think she's was after your time.
Okay. Shyvana is the only dragon character in League. Okay. She does have a mech skin, though. Okay, that would make sense. Yeah, because I think Shyvana she was pretty not thick.
Yeah.
And she's a long, like, wyvern-type dragon, so...
I mean, this person is not dragon-like. The only reason I brought it was because she has very extra wide hips.
Picks or it didn't happen. Oh! Okay, yeah, no, she's got sword legs.
Yeah.
Not a dragon at all. Which you did just say.
What?
You did just clarify.
Well, I clarified. It's like, she's not a dragon, she just has extra wide hips.
But you can see the confusion when we were talking about thick dragons, and you're like, there's a character in League that has hips. Yes. Very confusing, Corpus. Very confusing.
Most of them do. There's a few that don't have hips.
I think Misfortune is the hippiest of them. Oh, but there's a lot of good character designs in that game. Yeah. She might be the bustiest. Which is, that's a challenge, because they definitely like the busty ladies in that game.
Don't all video games
No.
do?
Most mobile games that try to, like, feed off of League of Legends do. So many out there. Let's try
Rage Shadow Legends.
Yep.
I was watching a Let's Player last week, and they had an ad for Gamer Bread.
Okay.
Except that it was a total fake ad, because the real ad was from Raid Shadow Legends.
Funny. I like watching what is it? XP to level 2. I needed to learn his name. Anyways, he's sponsored by G Fuel, I think, or he was at one point. And like, I appreciate his ads, because at the amount of absurdity he puts into it, it's like I can't tell if he's making fun of the company or he really likes it. But that's also just kind of his shtick, anyways. But
Yeah. I do love crazy ads, and the thing that I like, the reason I remembered this ad was, one, because Gamer Bread was just absolutely hilarious, and something that I'm kind of sad but also really happy that it isn't an actual thing.
yeah.
And at the same time, it was like, oh, I am more likely to buy bread made, like, obsessive, like, weirdly packaged bread made specifically for gamers who are hunting for an adrenaline rush than play Raid Shadow Legends. Like,
It's packed full of caffeine.
that's where I'm at.
Trying to think. There are a handful of games that I've seen online and been like, yeah, I'll try that out. But a lot of them are like puzzle games.
Yeah.
And most of the time, they're not the real game. And it's just like, well, delete that. Uninstall. And now there's a new trend on TikTok of people selling shitty puzzle games. And they're like, do you ever play a game and it's not the real game? It's like, yes, that's a thing. And they're like, this one's absolutely it. And then, like, you'll scroll past it, and it'll be the exact same video, but with a different game. And it's just like, did they just copy and paste this? Like, I can't tell if these people are really smart or just like that's their job. It's just marketing bad games. XP to level 3. Is it XP to level 3 or level? It doesn't matter. I should learn the name. She does have the Mexican though. Yeah, the newer chick with the hula hoop thing has comically big hips. Hula hoop. I've not played League in way too long. XP level 3 stuff gives me the creator at gunpoint off screen vibes. Yeah, that's very true, Ashy Brown. Hello, Alexander. How's the stream going so far? So far, so good. I think we're getting super distracted by stuff, but
Oh, totally.
well, that's fine. I made this way too sharp. I really dig this dragon helmet, but I talked to Lars last night, and he was like, "So did you download and play Diablo Immortal? Is it worth it? Should I get it?" And I was like, "I played it for like 5 minutes, and it's free, so yeah, just download it, and maybe we'll try to play it." And he never responded to me. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on, Lars. Like, are we gonna play this shitty game or what? Like, that's the question. We got the hankering to play some World of Warcraft the other day, and it's just like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like, but you downloaded the Warcraft, or the Blizzard launcher, and I was like, it's dangerous. So I think that's what Diablo Immortal was. It was just tricking people into re-downloading the Battle.net installer. Whoop. Lost connection. Hold on. Yeah, all I've heard about is it's extremely monetized. I haven't run into that yet, so I don't think I've played through the tutorial far enough for it to monetize me. Because, like, that's honestly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see, like, how much Blizzard sold out. Which, I mean, that's not... I totally expected it. It's fine. I just wanted to see it. I wanted to see it for myself. Because I keep seeing these clips of Asmongold, like, trolling the community by spending money on the game. Was the one I saw. He was like, 800% off? That's like saving me $8. If I don't do it, I'm losing money. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Damn it, Asmongold. Okay, we want more bones. We want more dragon bones.
You know, Asmongold never appeared in my feed until the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Oh, yeah? When I saw he was watching that on Twitch, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Partially because I wasn't watching anything about the trial, and then me seeing him watch that for like 2 minutes just flooded my feed with Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff. And I was like,
yeah,
damn it. Once again, not my business. Don't put it in my feed. So many controversies and opinions that I honestly just wouldn't have seen normally without some kind of strange intervention. I still do not care for Asmongold for the simple fact that he made Final Fantasy XIV unplayable for several months. That's true. That was directly his fault. We like I don't know if I should say this, but I guess it doesn't matter. I play on the server that he chose to join, and so the day that he did that, Jump Rope and I were just hanging around in town, and all of a sudden there was just this procession of people. We're like, what is happening? And our friend's like, oh god. We're like, oh no. And sure enough, it was like parades of people rushing through town, like following him around. And it was just like, this is strange. And so we just sat on the sidelines and watched people go nuts.
He's not the only streamer to have done that, though, right?
Well, I mean, to directly affect me, yes. Like, I haven't noticed anyone else do it.
But to directly affect the game.
No, there's been a few people that, like, joined that added to it. But, like, there were so many people, like, just griefing him that Square Enix had to pause the servers and change the way that they render some things because there were just too many people bogging down the areas. So that was interesting. But really what it was people leaving WoW was congesting things, and then Asmongold being like, I'm going here, made a lot of people just in the course of a week buy the game and play the game. And it was free. It was free to play up to level 60 until he joined, and then because of that sudden surge, they had to stop making it free below level 60 and like, you can't make more accounts, no more accounts, because they just got overloaded, and it was funny. I mean,
I had no idea he was that popular.
Oh yeah, no, he's super popular. But yeah,
From like the 5 minutes I've seen of him, he's a little.
Well, you're not a big WoW kid, so
Yeah.
it's
Just his content that I've watched is just a little.
angry.
Like bitterly, yeah. Angry, bitterly sarcastic. He's not the type of wholesome Let's Player I want to watch.
I don't watch much of his stuff either for the same reason. But he has an ear for the community, the WoW community. So he's pretty good to go to for kind of understanding what's going on. That's kind of the only stuff I ever watch about him when he talks about, like, why are they doing this? What's up? What's going on here? Why is Blizzard looking at this? What the fuck are you doing? It's like, yeah, okay. But no, he's popular. People like him. He invaded my server. Made me mad.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
The phone call.
I don't know what kind of hair. I'm probably just gonna do. Maybe I won't do hair this time. Maybe I'll just do a skull here.
Flaming mullet.
I mean, it's kind of what I was thinking. Was just like spines or something. Fire could be cool. I don't even know who they are. Yeah, it's just a WoW streamer. That's the best way to look at it. I think the only reason why we had more effect on it than any other WoW player is because he is one of the top tier WoW players. Yeah, I mean that was his thing. Basically, his suggestion of WoW sucks. We all are sick of WoW. What do we do? Was I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy, and so a butt ton of people are like, if he's doing it, I'll try it out. Why not? And I mean, I think overall, I think it was good for Final Fantasy. Kind of lit a fire under their butts to do something about the server problems, but for a few months there, it sucked. Like, you couldn't get into the game. It broke things.
Yeah,
One of my
if only
friends.
that was the first time last time they'd had that problem.
Yeah. Nope, it's real easy to shit on Square Enix because they don't plan well. They don't plan well.
Mm.
And I think it's just a cultural thing. The company, which is good. It's good and bad at the same time because basically the company itself doesn't intervene with Yoshi P's plan for the game. The problem is that if bad calls are made, there's no one to check them and be like, that was a bad idea, fix it. And they're like, nah, we're just going to leave it. It's like, ooh. Sonic.
Gotta go fast.
Sorry, that was a Game Grumps reference.
I downloaded Guild Wars 2 the other day.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It would take too long. I was like, nah.
I still like to just talk shit about Guild Wars 2.
Just really like the idea, the concept of their mesmer class.
They definitely have some cool stuff. Definitely have some cool stuff. I played it when it came out, and it just made me resubscribe to World of Warcraft. So I played it for like a month, and I was just like, I'm gonna go back to WoW. Alright, I want to put some dragon stuff on this arm, and then I think I'm probably done with this one. I do like the fire. I think I'm gonna go fire. Fire sounds like a cool idea. Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy both had fires lit because of WoW refugees. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with WoW players found another game. That's WoW players? Should enjoy it and wish they didn't come in with the flooding numbers. Yeah, that's neither here nor there, I guess. Dragoning intensifies. Yeah, I mean, really what it was is if Final Fantasy had dealt with if Square Enix had dealt with their server problems in a timely manner, which they partially just couldn't because they didn't expect for the boom of people.
Yeah, and also because people farming crypto.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things that led to what happened, and at the end of the day, it's just I don't think it's any one thing's fault. Really, if Final Fantasy had fixed their fucking netcode 10 years ago, it wouldn't be an issue. But they just refused to do anything about it. So. That goes back to the whole like it's working. We're not gonna waste time on fixing it. It's like, but it's gonna be a problem. Like, no, it's fine. We'll never run out of server space. What?
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yep. The perfect storm of shit stuff that happened.
Perfect shit storm.
Yep. I feel like I've accidentally made this only dragon teeth. Oops, all teeth.
I mean, I would imagine red dragons would have a lot of teeth, so...
Can we talk about the forearm muscle?
Which one?
The one that bends in the middle. Like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. For... Because it's a... Which muscle is it? Is it the grip? No. It's the twist. It's the twist muscle. This muscle right here is designed solely for making your arm rotate. No. Wait. Which one is this? They're all so weird. It's the extender. It's the extender. So this muscle right here, it just looks weird all the time, especially if it's like developed, because it bends, and it's like, why is it bending and flexing? That's not true, because it's not actually flexing until you straighten your arm, and then it goes, and it's super beef. So it always looks weird to draw. We're gonna make this guy a little more beefy, a little more beef. Drew, that looks awesome.
Thanks. I'm not sure I'm 100% happy with the colors, but I like the glowy.
Yeah.
They shall see off all attackers from the mushroom.
If I had known that I was going to be doing the Mushroom Knight from the beginning instead of a warm-up, I think that I probably would have tried to shape the mushroom cap so that it would make like a knight's helmet instead of a sombrero.
Well, I mean, that's why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want you to, like, I didn't want you to feel like you had to do that one. But I feel like you wanted to do that one. So.
It just kind of happened, you know?
Yeah.
Serendipity.
I think people also start suggesting things that they liked seeing us draw. So, that's...
So that one may have been designed
Directed for
specifically
you.
for me.
Yeah. The people that like Mushy Boys are here for a reason. So. I'm going to put a secondary horn back here. We're going to make it real faded out because it's only in silhouette from the fire. Fire!
If that is the case, then I appreciate the attention.
There you go.
Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay.
Let's see, what am I rolling? A d12?
We are down to... We were at 14, we're at
10?
11. So yeah, roll a d12 and re-roll 1. Reroll a 12. Sorry, I need number 1. Mushy Boys? Yeah, Mushy Boys. You not see the Mushy Boy in the middle of the screen? Bionic, he's great.
Okay, roll a 10.
I missed something in chat because all I see is though the erotic role play. What did I miss here? Hold on a second. Another thing is the WoW players attacking Final Fantasy players for just enjoying the story or getting your company don't care for story. I mean, yeah, there's totally two different game styles that's happening there, and I don't think people should be attacking each other. So if they are, fuck those guys. Hi, questions. What device are you using to draw? I have a Cintiq. What did I buy? 22 HD, I think. It's nice. And then I'm using Photoshop most of the time. This is currently Magma Studio, which there's a link if you'd like to draw with us. You're very welcome to. But yeah, I upgraded to this recently this year. Before that, I've been using, for most of the videos, it was a Cintiq Companion, one of the little tiny 13-inch ones that I had for about 10 years. So, yeah. You said 10?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Con, Red Dragonborn with a Japanese war club. Lots of dragons today.
Ooh, I can do that.
Lots of dragons today. Let me catch up on chat here. I will complete the Kobold collection eventually. Keep trying. Definitely keep suggesting them. I like drawing them. Those Kobold TikToks were amazing, and then no other TikTok I posted has done better. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do about that. Maybe just draw more kobolds, I guess. What will I do? But I will have them all. I just had an epiphany. Half miniature painting. It's literally watching paint dry. That's, yep, Adam, I agree with that. There's a lot of paint washing. Bionic. More Mushy Boys. Yeah. Chicken Nuggets. New Mushy Boy. New, like, draw another one? Or, like, no Mushy Boy, because he's gone. I don't know.
Like, no.
Sorry, that was mainly more for a crystal server issue we were having and having a lot of seafaring places, and usually the bunny boys and the cat boys that do it. Oh, right, I didn't read the erotic one. I missed it. I think it's gone now. I don't know. I can't find it. It doesn't matter. No! Mushy Boy!
I do like how on my screen the fairy's kind of like peeking behind like a door frame.
Hey!
Poking out from behind the chat.
Yep. There's your war club, Dread, if you needed the reference.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I love that Japanese war club. It's like somebody decided a mace was just not enough.
Yep.
Covered in spikes. Alright, I don't know what else to add to this, so I think I'm probably going to call it here.
Crystal spines like on the needler.
It's just
Hey, look.
jabbing out of everywhere. Is that something red
Yep.
dragons have?
I don't know.
Doesn't fit the thing.
I mean, Red Dragon is kind of D&D's generic dragon.
That's kind of my issue, yeah. It's like I don't know how to make it
I mean, they're
not.
cool looking, but
Like black
not
dragons
really
have
like-
a very unique horn style. White dragons are very pointy. This one is just dragon bones, and I don't know what else to do
Like-
with it.
the Red Dragon and Green Dragon are very generic dragon in my mind.
I'm not unhappy with this either. I'm very happy with this. It's just I want to make it a little more dragony. But also, you know, I'm happy with it. I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it there.
Vogue Dragon.
New character on using runs around the war pick. The new character I'm using runs around the war pick. It's getting the job done. War picks are fun. I like the war pick. I keep giving players adamantine war picks so they can get into shenanigans, and they just never use them. It makes me
Really?
so sad. Yes. I've given
Like,
away,
I would like to sunder. I literally would like to use the scan over to get this knight out of his armor.
I give one to
Does Jonas
Jonas.
still have that, or did
Oh, I
he give that to
assume.
Snick?
He has had it in the past, but he's thrown it many times. Which is fine. I mean, I'm not gonna gatekeep how they play, but
Dwarven juggler who juggles light hammers.
yep. That sounds fun. I still want to make a juggler character. One of these days I'm gonna play one. And then people will know my wrath. I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I started wasting my cast of enhance ability to give myself more strength so I could carry more so I could throw barrels at people. And I was like, I don't know if this is how this was supposed to be intended to play, but I like it. It's fun.
Play a barbarian and throw goblins everywhere.
Yep. I was a cleric. I was a cleric of the thrown barrel.
Sounds like Grog's type of cleric.
Alright, I think I'm going to call that. I'm going to call that there. But yes. Dragon! Dragons. I drew something again for the first time in months. That's nice, Dr. Random. I made a battle map for a big boss fight, working on it for hours. Didn't realize until the fight started I didn't grid it. Oh no! Rook, you run D&D games? Where do I sign up? So, I don't want to get people's hopes up. We do have a Patreon game that's ongoing, but it's been ongoing and hasn't been played in about 3 months. So, I think we need to redefine how we do that. So I'm not saying we need more people per se. We need to find a way to literally like organize stuff, and
A schedule that people who are going to play can stick to.
well, so that's not what I want. That's the problem. Is I feel like there's a I need to design D&D a way that we can play haphazardly, because I don't want to make people have to like commit to something, because I also can't commit to something sometimes. And so that's the contention with trying to play with lots of people, is either you have a dedicated time slot and it's just like, if people are here we're playing, or we have a dedicated group that's just when people can play we play. And that's currently what we're doing, and I don't think that's quite what we want. So I will probably be reopening games to play with people this summer sometime, and that way like Patreon members can play but it will be a very haphazard, open, like, adventure group. So if you play and you're not there next week, that's fine. Like, that's what I want to get to. And that's what it was supposed to start as. But then it became more of a dedicated group with Jonas and Inferno and Doughboy. And then Doughboy's been conflicting schedules with us. And Jonas is now AFK. And so it's just, we haven't been able to get the group back together. And so I'm trying to figure that out. But we do have some people that want to play D&D. And so I'll definitely be working on that again. But there's a lot of things I need to figure out first. So Patreons, yes. Recent, probably not in the next month or two. That's what I want to say. Mr. Sai, hello, hello. Who are we currently drawing besides you? Corvus, Druid, Karen. It is Worm Inc. On the right, I believe, and then Blues Druid in the middle, and I'm over on the left. Sounds like you need a pseudo West March player to organize with you individually or in small parties, but they affect the same world. Yeah, that's basically what. Right now we have the Ashfont campaign going, which is a world I built that was supposed to be. I'm gonna turn this off. It was supposed to be episodic, just episodic and random, but it just became something different, and so I need to rein it back in and figure it out. So I don't want to get people's hopes up by like, join the Patreon, you can play D&D with us, because that's not the case. It's not the case currently. 7. Let's see what I'm drawing now. Whoops. 4, 5, 6. Oh, the mushroom person night we already did. Human gladiator trapped in a dragonborn costume. What the? What is going on? Everything is dragons today. Seek. Oh, there's another one. Dr. Random has a good one there, but we missed it. Well, maybe we'll roll it next out. Dragonborn costume seeks grand accolades to remove the copper dragon's curse. Part of the costume comes alive when in rage. All right, so beast barbarian, human gladiator that looks like a dragon. Okay, more dragon folk. Here we go. Here we go. That's kind of a fun idea.
Let me know if you need more space. I can always shrink.
Oh. Lagged out and erased my work. There we go. Japanese baseball looks hardcore. Trying to figure out what to do with the hands. That's always the tough part, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hands are tough. What happened to Jonas? Hasn't seen him in a while. I think the last time I saw him was about 3 months ago. We talked to him a week or two ago. I think he's been busy, 1, and 2, I think he's having some internet issues. So hopefully we'll see Jonas again soon. I miss Jonas. I like drawing with him.
He lives in northeastern Europe. So they're having some power issues related to...
He could also
Russia.
just not like us anymore. Like, that's a possibility. So, like,
yeah, that is also a possibility.
Honestly, we just don't know. That's the real way to put it.
We don't really treat him great. We always talk over him. Every time he's drawing, we scream rounder at him.
That's true, too. But no, he's just off and about. So, one of these days, we'll play some D&D, and one of these days, we'll get that going again. I like the idea that this person is just trapped in a dragon suit. Rounder! Right. Burning, welcome, hello. Finland's pretty close to me. The anxiety can be real sometimes during the time of power imbalances. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely scary. Everybody in that part of the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're being safe. There's not a lot else I can say, which sucks. Wish I could do more.
Yeah.
What did I say? If we get $10,000 in the subscribers, we'll try to hire Jonas as a get him a visa. Just make Jonas draw stuff all day, every day for YouTube.
Oh, burnout so fast.
I mean, that's basically what I do nowadays. You just draw all day, every day, which isn't bad. My printer. This is a little bit of the Patreon special. My printer is awful, and I hate it. And I cannot make it print two-sided the way I want. And I think part of it is just the margin of error for it, like accepting paper, is so shitty that I can't make it print two-sided to make cards. So the Patreons this month will be getting failed attempts at Kobold stat cards. And I'm probably going to do a new back for it, and then I'm going to get them professionally printed, because me doing it does not work. Does not work. But it's good for testing, so that's fine. So that's a fun little thing people are going to get. I don't remember why I just went off on my printer like that, besides the fact that it makes me mad. Behind the scenes. Oh, because that's the stuff I do that's not drawing, right? Like I do random little projects, but for the most part I just draw all day. Tired, ready for vacation time. Yes. Bri, that's the important part. Bionic, what's up? Jonas can run the Patreon campaign. Jonas can run yeah, exactly. I'd hire Jonas to just be a permanent DM. I'm sure he'd love that. There are muscles. I have a hard time to draw close around the shoulders and then around the legs. The reference helps a lot. Yeah, that's true. Reference is the way to go. Close is difficult. Close is difficult.
Close is difficult.
Something I've noticed recently is basically if I know I'm going to be drawing clothes, I do as little detail as I can on the body. Like, get the base shapes and then start putting the base shapes of the clothes and like the wrinkles and where you want it to move. So you know what it's supposed to be, but then just, yeah. Because I feel like sometimes when I draw too much detail into the body, I get distracted by it, and I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a little bit of that going on.
I am definitely in the exact same boat. 100% agree with everything that you just said. And then, of course, like I have studied human anatomy a hell of a lot more than I've studied drapery and clothing design. So I like just one of the many reasons why I vastly prefer to draw naked people.
Sure. Yeah, Rook, I love the tattered frill. Nice. Yeah, it's I think it was supposed to be I guess it was supposed to be a dragon form, but it's copper dragon. I think copper dragons have the weird frills. I think that's the only thing I remember about them. I'm sure YouTube would love that. Yeah, sure. I make it easy. I just tell people to draw gold tooth and yellow robes. It works all the time.
I will say the thing that is nice about drawing clothes, and one of the reasons why it's totally worth learning, is the way that clothes kind of like wrap around and frame the form is a really easy way to get like three-dimensionality in your figure.
Yeah. Wrapping muscle is much harder than wrapping cloth in my mind.
Yeah, or belts wrapped around a thing.
Speaking of belts,
Pretty much the easiest way to get something to look like the three-dimensional tube shape that it is.
it said gladiator, so I probably shouldn't have put so much armor on him, but okay. Is there an armor specify? Is there a barbarian build for armor? I think there should be. I can't remember what it is though. Final Fantasy X Black Mage Lily wore her entire outfits of just belts. Oh yeah, that's very influential on me as, as an artist. Lily is super hard to draw. It is, yes. Battle Rager 5e. Okay. Yeah, the Battle Rager is. Pretty awesome. We were talking about that yesterday as Rage not having to be like a. You don't have to be dumb. You can be very like just battle
Focused
in
and-
trance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Focused, not screamy moron. Screamy moron is really fun to play though.
It can be, yeah. Absolutely. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
All right.
Everyone hang tight, be cool. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay. Drawing is super hard. From the top-down perspective, it's really hard to draw. Agreed. There's someone on Instagram who makes Roll20 tokens, but they don't do like I really like coin tokens, like tokens with people on them. But they make basically top-down figures. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool because then as you're playing, you get to see that from the perspective of the table. But, hard. Not super fun, in my mind, to do. It's a lot of weird work. And also, like, if you're designing that way, you need to be designing the characters with that top-down in mind. And sometimes that just doesn't work. Because, like, looking at a bald orc versus, like, a bald goblin, there's not a lot of difference there. If you're only looking at them from the top of the head.
Yeah.
And not only that,
really hard to make a recognizable figure top down.
we got a gladiator and a barbarian. Parts of the costume come alive. That's pretty cool. I struggle with drawing as is, but trying to draw the battle map broke my brain. I struggled so much with understanding the minimum necessary to make a tree or rock, etc. from above. Yeah, I tend to not do that. Which, my battle maps have been very classically gridded. so I'm not super experienced in doing that either. I very much like doing... For those of you that haven't seen it, Patreon members all have access to the terrain packages I've made. They're just stone, like stone floor, dirt floor, grass floor, and then everything else I think can be made as individualized tokens. Excuse me. So it's definitely a different thing. Trying to actually draw the battle map. I always have problems, partially because I don't like drawing landscapes and backgrounds and stuff. So like drawing battle maps per encounter is always kind of like, I'd rather just make something with like Legos or grid spaces. And I do. That's how I do. So for those of you out there that do make your own battle maps, hats off to you. It's impressive. I think we'll give him some dragon claws. Needs more Super Sentai in D&D. There's a couple cool options for that in Pathfinder. There's the Mesmerist, and is it the Mesmerist or the Medium? It might be the Medium, as well as the. I always forget what this is called. Dang it! I talk about it all the time because it is basically that. That's why they designed it that way. You instead of summoning. It's a summoner subclass, and instead of summoning creatures, you summon either a big spirit or armor. And it's great. I love it. It's really good. Yeah, what is the class? I really need to think about it. It's one of the summoner sub-jobs.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it.
Jump Rope should know this. I should know this, but I always forget it. Stone floors and caves is such a fantastic habit, yeah. On the new giant-based UA has a barbarian subclass based on thrown weapons. That's fun. Nice. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Or they actually need to go through and like pick up all the classes people either refuse to have forgotten existed in 5th edition and bring them back to life. I mean, I don't know. The biggest problem with that is like there's so many in 3.5 and Pathfinder that still haven't been picked up, right? Like,
yeah.
There's a ton. I'm just gonna go look it up. Hold on a second. I need to figure out this class that's gonna bother me.
What is it?
The Pathfinder class that lets you summon armor. Eidolon Summoner. There we go. I figured it out. I was typing in Pathfinder Summoner. The Eidolon Summoner in Pathfinder.
They summon just a creature.
That's one version of it, yeah. So with the Eidolon summoning, you can either... essentially what it does is it allows you to create the thing you summon. So you can summon like a scorpion fox if you want, and it's just this weird mystical creature. But one of the versions of it is you summon basically Power Ranger armor, right? You just like you call it and it wow, or it's a little more
Magical Princess transformation.
yeah, you can do Magical Princess. I was gonna say a little more Guyver-esque, but yeah.
There is one that is like that is more Magical Princess transformation. The Vigilante.
Do they magically change though into a different form?
Yeah.
No,
I thought the Vigilante was just like Alchemist Batman.
I mean, it kind of is. If I'm remembering correctly, the last time I looked at it, like you basically have two personas, and one persona does not have to look anything like the other persona, and can have it reads to other people as it has a different alignment.
That's cool. Chicken Nugget, if you'd like to draw with us, you're very welcome to. We just need to make some space for you. And then we just ask that you follow the rules of the Discord. Don't be a dick. Don't draw on other people's stuff. Don't draw inappropriate things, because we are on YouTube. And yeah, and then you're very welcome to draw with us if you like. There's a link on the Discord.
When you need more space, as I'm sure you will, we'll make room. Shrink some stuff down.
It might be about that time. I don't think I'm going to go much further into this. This is kind of a fun little one. But I think I want to put some dragon scales on it, and then I'm going to call it good. Need to make sure I'm not making those look like feathers.
Why? I like feathered dragons.
I do too. Other people have not, in my experience.
Sad.
Yeah.
Is it what you were talking about? The synergist?
It might be. Yeah, they use their Eidolon to summon something, and then they fuse with
They
it.
kind of fuse with their Eidolon.
Yep, that's it. It's kind of cool because basically then you can pump int stats, but use their stats for the physical stuff. So it's super overpowered, and a lot of people banned them for a long time. But the few times I've had people play them, they're really fun. It's a really cool class. And people they dump Constitution because they're like, I don't need it. My armor is tough enough. And then when the armor dies, they just explode. It's like, yeah, that's what you get for having 12 hit points. That's it. You're dead.
Apparently it was so broken it did not make it to the Unchained Summoner.
Oh, bummer. Well, that's okay.
Well,
The Unchained stuff in Pathfinder was really like, basically people homebrewed so much stuff the same way, and so they're like, you know what, we'll put it in the book. This is the post play tested version of things. So you can definitely play both, and it's fine.
Yeah, have done so. I've had both an Unchained rogue and a straight monk in the same party. Like there's no reason that you have to play one over the other.
I'm gonna be drawing in this spot. This is my spot. we gotta divvy up the space a little more. I think we got more people drawing now.
I think when I was working on the Blood Rager that was going to be your campaign through it, I think I was using the Barbarian's Unchained Rage.
Alright, so I rolled a 3, and we have 1, 2, 3. A manta ray druid with elongated tentacles like head fins. Is it an actual manta ray? He likes to wear cloaks of living moss when he's underwater. Moth animals. Tentacle head fins to manipulate. I don't understand what this is.
But you know how manta rays have those little flippers around their mouth?
I guess so.
Manta ray is
They're the very evil and sinister.
B flappy flap.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, yeah. So I think these things are what they're talking about, elongated tentacles.
Do you want to draw that one? Honestly, I'm not sure how to draw a manta ray druid, unless it's supposed to be another race that just... Like, is manta ray druid a thing? It's like a manta ray totem barbarian. That's a class. Manta ray druid. I have not done many fish people, and manta rays are very strange.
Just do Nuzu or Muzu from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
And this is what they mean by moss animals.
I'll call you New Better Muzu. Nuzu for short.
Did Blue give up a chance to draw muscles? Okay. He's Rick holding you hostage.
What are you talking about? This guy's got huge shoulders.
He's at the Bryozoa or whatever.
Interesting.
They
Must
are.
be.
That's another name
What's the other name?
for Zoya, or however, Polyzoa, and they're invertebrate animals, nearly all living in sedentary colonies.
Okay.
Meaning they don't move around. They live where they grew. They are where they are and don't move.
I think of them like free-floating or semi-free-floating coral. That's just squishy.
I'm gonna cheese this one a little bit and just make it a druid with a manta ray on their head. A manta ray mask. Tibbers, welcome. Hello, hello. So, more like Lusty Aragon maid? Wait, what? Argonian, is that a thing I don't know about either?
Lusty Argonian Maid is
Yeah.
a thing from Skyrim.
Is it from Skyrim? I, once again, have not played Skyrim.
It's a series of books in Skyrim.
Draw a busty lizard girl with a human face. I have drawn too many monster girls in my time. But it's not going to stop me from drawing more in the future. The person actually likes playing human fighters. I love playing human fighters. They're great. I want to play a campaign with just human fighters. That would be fun. Like half human, I don't know. Yeah, I think there's something to be said about like not playing direct campaigns. Or I'm sorry, traditional campaigns.
Stereotypical.
Yeah, so like not having a healer, not having a tank, those can be really fun.
Yeah.
And you don't have to like deal with the CR the same, because it's a lot easier to kind of figure out like what your party can handle and can't handle. And so you can make some really interesting campaigns that way.
Yeah. I have always wanted to play a campaign where everybody was the same class. I could do monk, could do paladin, could do druid. Everybody could be a cleric.
Yeah, I think those can be a lot of fun. I used to do that when I played. I tried doing that in WoW and stuff. It's like, let's all be rogues and just see how far we can get. See how many dungeons we can do with just 5 of the same thing. And that used to be a thing in Final Fantasy XI. They had a mana burn. It was called a mana burn group. And what you would do is you would get 5 black mages together, and you would go into a dungeon, and you would have somebody pull stuff, and then everyone else casts like their highest level spell at the exact same time and just try to one-shot stuff. It was really funny. I've also done that with Dragoons, which at the time was really... The way Final Fantasy worked, Final Fantasy 11, is you had your main job up to a certain point, and then you got half as many levels towards a sub-job. So you could have like a whole group of Dragoons where one of them would sub-tank, one of them would sub-healer, one of them would sub-red mage. And so you'd have this like a whole bunch of high damage characters with like minimal tanking abilities. And so you could just bounce hate around and like slightly heal the whole group. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff. And they have since removed a lot of those type of things. And I've yet to find a game that has tried to take that back and really make it work. Because a lot of games like to control their meta and control like how people play the game.
Yeah, which is like understandable, but also kind of a killjoy sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about like single player versus multiplayer games. Is with multiplayer games you kind of have to watch that, which is the big thing with Elden Ring, right? Like,
yeah,
a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can't do this. That's not the real way to play the game." It's like it doesn't fucking matter. Like, and then the stuff that does matter is when all of a sudden you can PvP with people. It's like, oh, see how broken that is? That's not good. And so you have to balance which one of those things is more important to you. And with Elden Ring, they just didn't, and that's why I was frustrated with it. Like, I don't know, let them do everything. It's like, no, pick one, please, and then make the game good that way. I think there were many subclasses as they're added. You could probably just do about any class and not get too much overlap. Yeah, there's enough of that. And that's really what D&D's, like, their class jobs, really all of them are usually specified by a different class. So a good example of that is like the Eldritch Knight is just fighter warlock, and they tried to do that so you would stop multi-classing a little bit. But play Guild Wars 2, no healer raids. I mean, that's not quite the same, but I get what you're saying, so fair enough. Overwatch is trying to control the meta, and it's what kind of killed it for me. Yeah, but and I agree, Burning. And the reason that came about, though, was because people were able to find something that they were doing that, right? And like I said, it's fine in a single player thing, but when it becomes a multiplayer thing, you really have to be able to control that, because otherwise you get groups of all tanks and nobody dies. It's very strange. But I think their real downfall was their inability to just understand their own design.
Their audience?
No. They
game
broke
design?
their own game. They broke their own game because they were lazy. And they weren't willing to do it. So the big thing about Overwatch, when Overwatch came out, one, it was a different game and they had to rebuild it. So that's its own thing. That's not what I'm talking about. They designed each of the levels based around the base characters. So that there were specifically spots like this is only accessible by Genji, Pharah, and like one or two other people. Like they designed spots in each level for each character, and so the levels felt really good, the characters felt really good, and everything was nice and it was awesome. And then as they started introducing more characters, they were like, "What if this character was this and this?" And it's like that's gonna break some shit when we put it in this level because we designed it specifically for that. And so they stopped tailoring the experience for the characters and just started throwing shit at the wall, basically. And so all of a sudden, they had tank, healer, supports, and it's like, that's too many things. And it's like, then they all of a sudden got mad because like, why is everybody playing these super OP characters as 5v5s? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, that makes perfect sense. What the fuck are you doing? So instead of them going back and like rebalancing the game to do it, they just kept adding more things. And it's like, stop. You need to stop and you need to reevaluate what the hell you're doing. And it ruined it for me. It ruined the game. Which is sad, because I really liked Overwatch. Overwatch was a lot of fun, and every time they added a new character, it just made the game worse. Worse and worse. And I haven't played in probably 4 years? 3 or 4 years.
I was
Hopefully
really interested in Overwatch until I learned that it was a PvP thing. I was really hoping that it would be more of a like story-driven, based on how it was marketed. I expected it to be kind of a story-driven like multiplayer thing, maybe a little bit more like Destiny.
Ooh, I have bad news for you. Destiny's story is not great.
Which is why I have not played Destiny.
Yeah, without getting too into it, I agree. The lazy attempt to fix it by forcing a 2v2v2 meta just felt like ruined everything instead of addressing the triple tank meta. Yeah, instead of fixing the character, they just shifted the the fundamental way the game was played, which, yeah, made it not fun again. Killed my favorite tank boy so they wouldn't and couldn't tank anymore, and that's why I left the game. Weird. Yeah. I just love me some
I
Bastion.
was never part of the game.
What's that?
I was never part of the game.
I really liked Overwatch. If they do some drastic stuff with Overwatch 2, I might play it again. Even though it's just an expansion. Which, once again, that's you were asking the other day, like, are we not mad at Blizzard anymore? That kind of shit is why we're mad at Blizzard. But once again, we're actually kind of mad at Activision. So it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Jeff Kaplan has said, like, they would not let us have a big expansion. And the only way we could get an expansion for the game was by selling it as a second version of the game. And it's like, that's stupid. And, like, that's how we had to do it. So, once again, people getting in the way of the developers to make and sell content. It's kind of a bummer. I made this too fluffy.
Overlords.
She's supposed to be underwater. So where'd that picture go? I lost that picture. Too many people talking. Gooey. Okay, it's gooey. I like Overwatch lore, but the game was kind of doo-doo after the 4th support. Yeah, I mean, they didn't. They really... Once again, they designed something really, really cool, and then just started adding stuff that didn't make sense to the rest of the game. Yeah, and I don't know, Goldtooth, there's a lot of people that have felt like Roadhog was super overpowered because he was the tankiest brawler, and then they basically nerfed him, which I think was smart, and then started adding more tanky brawlers to the game. And it's like, the fuck are you doing? Like, didn't you see what was wrong with Roadhog? Why are you making more of these? And then that's the meta now, and so it's really dumb.
That sounds really scummy.
It is. It didn't feel... I mean, they didn't charge you for the characters, so, like, it was fine in that aspect. But really what they did is they just made new characters, over-leveled them, which is kind of Blizzard's meta for releasing characters so that people will buy them and buy the skins.
Right.
And then, but the problem is that they also have a culture of not nerfing, only buffs. So when something feels way too overpowered, they push everyone else up to that level until they have to come in and just like fully nerf the game, and it never feels good. And I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah.
So
and I think a big reason that exists is because of, like, in World of Warcraft for a long time there would be characters that were just so overpowered that you would run into PvP arenas of just that class, because it's just like nobody else cares. This is the only thing that works, and so then they would nerf it, and people would leave the game because they're like, you nerf Warlock, I'm out. And so they just started buffing everybody else up, and then eventually they have to do their stat squishes, and it feels weird. Do you see how much it would fully cost to gear a character in Diablo Immortal? I saw someone say that. I want to see how it works. I'm not spending a dime on that game. I'll tell you that much right now. But I want to see what this is all about, because yeah, people are spending a shit ton of money on it for some reason. The lore was trying to make people go gay for each other. What? Everyone was so worried about their sex lives. That is a little weird when you have a game with a giant gorilla as one of the main characters and everyone's worried about who's dating who. It's like, we don't need to ship everything, people. Like, it can just be a cool game. If you're into that, that's fine. Write your fan fiction, have fun with it, but like, don't lose sleep over it. You know, it can just be a fun game.
I think part of that is because they like leaned into the fan shipping and made a decision to give representation to underrepresented people with sexual orientations, which I am a fan of. But like, if you lean into that, you're going to make the game like all about sex and relationships.
Yeah, and that was something. Once again, happy Pride Month, everybody. Like it's something that I said before, and it's just like it's not something I feel like we need to talk about. It's not something I feel like we should talk about because a lot of the stuff is just personalized stuff. But at the end of the day, it's so underrepresented that it needs to be talked about. So
Yeah.
so I'm okay with that kind of stuff. And like a lot of people have been upset about inclusivity
Yeah.
in games and representation. It's like honestly, it really doesn't. I don't think it affects the game at all. Like it's so if it's something the developers want to put in there, it's perfect. And there are some games that that's part of it. Like that's part of the story, and it's great. But for good or bad, I don't think it should affect the game.
Yeah, but basically, like we have to have that conversation because there are too many people who say you should never have that conversation.
Yep. And so, unfortunately, we live in a world where, one, I don't think it's, like I said, it's not my business, but at the end of the day, we need to talk about it. So, it needs to be there right now because we, even though it's not my business, it can't be overlooked anymore, I think is the important thing. So,
Yeah.
sad day. It's kind of the shitty argument, like, just don't talk about racism because it does, like, then it wouldn't exist. It's like, that's not how that works. Yes, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have to talk about racism because it wouldn't exist, but that's not how our world is, so we need to talk about it. We absolutely have to talk about it. And that's sad. But let's bring the mood back up.
Yeah.
Let's bring the mood
Manta
back
girl.
up. Manta Ray girl.
You're Elastigirl. Pull yourself together.
She's looking awesome. I'm glad you did it and didn't wait for me to finish this because I don't think I would have come up with something that awesome.
I'm still struggling with this because like I think I don't know what manta rays look like, and I've just created someone with a flump on their head.
I mean, kind of.
It's understandable you can get away with it isn't throwing it in your face. I didn't know they added lesbian support characters. I honestly didn't know that, but like at the same time, I don't think it matters.
So manta rays are deceptively massive.
Yes, that's why I put it on her head and not a character.
Manta rays are the largest type of ray, as far as I know.
Yeah. Yeah. If that makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry to hear that. But at the same time, like, I think there's a game. Everything just broke. I think there's a kind of a misconception about. No, you know what? This is too political, and I don't want to talk about it, I guess.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's like there is a difference between representation of LGBTQ plus themes and just sex and like sexualizing things in media. And so I think in the past it's been a lot of just sexualization, and we need to bring it back into just being kind of a normalized thing. So that is really where I would draw the line to it. Like if you want to add a character to a video game, and that needs to be part of their story, great, make it part of their story. But just don't take advantage of it for publicity, which is I think what happens. Like that was a big thing with Netflix. Like Netflix just started throwing everything to the LGBT, everything at the wall at it. And it started feeling like this doesn't feel empowering anymore. It feels weird. What is happening here? So
All I'm gonna say is a lot of times it's pandering and baiting.
Yeah.
Because.
And I think that's the. Thank you. That's really what I was trying to get
video
at.
games, it's just straight up pandering.
It is just straight up pandering. So I think that definitely can be a part of it. I can't close this. Why can't I close this? I want to see the manta rays. Soldier 76. Got a meta. I love me some Soldier 76. That's great.
Soldier. I see that joke.
can't unsee it. To me, it looks like the manta ray person has a balloon. What? What? Where?
Are you talking about the head? Or... Oh, no.
Manta rays are just so weird.
I love them.
I am Flat Shark.
Flat basking shark, specifically. All rays are pretty much flat shark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eye is flatfish.
Then you have the saw-nosed ray, which is flatfish that fucked a chainsaw.
I didn't know they were elves.
Or do you think they were super dangerous animals? Like, no.
Before the details got added, it looked like a balloon. Okay, well I'm glad I changed it. I don't need this balloon stuff screwing up my. Let's give it eyeballs though. I don't know where their eyes are, to be totally honest.
They have very wide set eyes.
Yeah, their eyes are on the far side of the head.
Like a hammerhead.
You say that they're not dangerous. There's some weird shit that happens in the ocean.
I was specifically talking about the sawfish.
Right, the sawfish. Like, I would not want to swim with a sawfish. You get whacked with that, like you're done. Not dangerous to people. Not dangerous to people because people don't go near them.
You're not gonna be done. You're gonna be bleeding and like it's gonna suck. But
Yeah.
If you're bleeding at the
like...
bottom of the ocean, you're done.
Like, they are small and freshwater and live on Australia water, like tributaries. The danger of a saw-nosed ray or getting hit by a saw-nosed ray isn't that the ray is going to kill you, it's that you're going to start bleeding and the bull sharks that also live in the river are going to come and get you.
So do you blame the bull shark or the saw shark
The bull
for
sharks.
that? Okay.
I blame the bull shark because the bull shark's going to come for you whether you're bleeding or not. The blood is just going to give them a trail directly to you.
Yeah.
That sounds very suspicious to me.
Well, most shark attacks are bull sharks, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what I'm saying is, like, those saw sharks are getting away with murder and no one knows about it. Because they're like, oh, those are bull sharks. Like, haha, stupid humans. Whack, 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 whack.
They're actually a lot smaller than I think most photography leads you to believe.
What about the swords? What about the sword things?
Those... There hasn't been a plastron that size on a living saw-nosed ray in like at least 50 years.
Gotcha.
With habitat destruction, like you have to get an individual that lives at least, I think it's at least 15 years before you get anything approaching that size. And because of habitat destruction and predation and whatever, they just don't get that large anymore.
Gotcha. Chicken Nugget, would you like to move to the right side of the screen so you have a little more space? Or do you need me to move? They're like 4.5 feet long. Okay, yeah, that's a little smaller. Goldtooth, I have bad news for you. Unless you're being sarcastic. Because you said, hey, at least Disney didn't bury a lot of their old cartoons like Hanna-Barbera did. Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Disney has gone through and like been censoring their shit for years.
You ever hear of a little thing called Song of the South?
That's a good example. I was old enough to see the priest boner in Little Mermaid. That was funny. Yeah, Disney is. Disney animators were classically trolls.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, Disney was funny.
I mean, like, you can't really blame them with the way that Disney executives have always treated the artists.
Oh, yeah. No.
That they totally have always exploited.
I have no qualms with it. I honestly don't think a lot of it should be censored. I think it should just be left as is. But to resell it to a market that how do I say this? I don't think it should stay the way it is as a sellable commodity, but like it needs to be documented for what it was.
Yeah.
And be like, look at this shitty
Wait.
stuff.
Like,
yeah.
like in a museum
Yeah.
or library.
Yeah.
An archive. That's where it is.
For Disney to pretend that it didn't happen that way, I think is
Disingenuous.
disingenuous. Yeah, but changing it is good. I think change is fine. But
Now they claim they made the Clone Wars animated show.
do they claim that?
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
one that was on Cartoon Network. They when they bought the rights for Star Wars, they were claiming they made it. I'm like, no,
It's weird.
Cartoon Network made that.
The miniseries that Cartoon Network did.
I mean, they
Like 3D animated Clone Wars show.
yeah. So they yeah. That's weird. That was weird because like I think they had a part in the last season, but no, because when they bought it, they basically said you guys are gonna finish this season up. We're not gonna touch it. We want you guys to finish it. So, but they kept it all in canon, which I think is really cool. Which I really appreciate. So
I
that's
think they would lose a lot of fans if they didn't make it.
well, they took out a lot of stuff, but yeah, that could be why. That could be why too. You can still find that on Disney Plus. Just have a huge major warning on it. Yeah, and I think Goldtooth. I think that's the better way to do it. Be like, hey, so this is what we did. Like, this is what our company was. Here's a different version of it now, and that's fine. I think that's okay to do that kind of stuff. So the sawtooth shark was one of the only few feet long, and there was a sawfish, which was the same body shape, but about 15 feet long and weighing hundreds of thousands of pounds. Oh, okay. So it's a different fish. You can't find an episode of Donald Duck. Yeah, Donald Duck's pretty funny. They've done a lot of weird stuff with him. The micro series. I don't know what that is. Is that on?
I think that's the
Clone
mini
Wars.
series the Clone Wars mini series that
Oh.
was that Genny Tartakovsky did.
Gotcha.
Where like hardly anyone actually talks. There was
Yeah,
not a lot
they're-
of voice acting in the first couple things of it.
The animation is crazy gorgeous though. That is still my favorite version of Star Wars. And unequivocally the scariest version of
Grievous.
Grievous, yeah.
I went through and I watched all of Clone Wars in order, but I didn't throw that in the mix. Maybe I should.
This one, good.
It makes so much more sense to me than the prequel movies ever did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a thing to say about the prequel movies.
Yeah,
I watched them when they came out, and they were okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah, that was Star Wars, cool.
they're fine.
Fuck you, Jar Jar Binks. I'm just like, that's the only thing I really got out of it was like nobody liked Jar Jar Binks, period. Like, and especially when it came out, like that was the butt of every joke, everywhere was Jar Jar Binks.
When the prequels came out, I was like in kindergarten. So
I think I was in high school.
Yeah.
because
So.
I very much remember participating in the whole fanfare of it, like going to all the restaurants, getting all the Star Wars cups and plates and everything in the world,
Mm.
all the merchandise.
I bought a lot of the Star Wars Legos because they were fucking dope.
Yeah, they were.
I was never a Lego person, so I never had those.
That explains a lot.
Yep.
I only ever had one type of Lego. That was a Bionicle someone got me for Christmas.
God, I hated it. I have so many Bionicles that I've bought after the fact. It's like when I was in college, I was like, the Bionicles are perfect for armatures. Like you can just make movies and
Yeah.
stuff with them. Like they're great. But like as a toy, I like everybody that had them was like, "Whoa, this is super cool!" And then when I start playing with them, like these are kind of lame. Like they're just action figures.
Yeah.
You can't actually Lego with them.
True.
Maybe that's why I liked it.
Yeah, because they don't really work with any other Lego set except the Bionicle stuff. So it's really strange. Really strange. Giant manta ray hat. All right. I don't know what to do with this anymore. I think if I needed to, I should just start over and do something
Isn't
different.
there a cloak of the manta ray?
There's a cloak of the
Yes.
manta ray, which is what I was kind of going for, but then there were so many other little things I just didn't.
It's not made out of a manta ray though. It's made out of a dark cloaker, which is a
That's weird.
dark.
Yeah, those don't swim.
No, they fly though, and they look like manta rays.
Yeah, but the cloak of the manta ray gives you swim speed. Why would you make it out of a cloaker? That's so strange.
Because it was a magical creature, I guess.
Oh, I'm so far behind on the chat now. No one talked because each episode was only 3 minutes long. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was the weird thing about that series was like it was on almost like a commercial, and I was always very confused when I saw them because like I said I never had cable. So when I did see it, I was like, that was awesome. I want to watch that. And they're like, that was it. I'm like, what do you mean that was it? Like, I really thought it was supposed to be for something else, but no, they were just little shorts, little vignettes. It was pretty cool.
It was a commercial though. It was a commercial for the movies.
Yeah.
Uh,
I did how they made General Grievous look like an absolute coward in the Clone Wars, and I remember staying up late when I was 15 to watch the episodes of Cartoon Network. Yeah, I mean, he kind of was and wasn't. It was very strange, because I think the whole thing about General Grievous was that he was there because he hated the Jedi, but he didn't really give a shit about the war as a whole. He's just like he was not, he had no conviction to win anything. He just wanted to hurt Jedi.
Yeah.
I did like learning about his backstory in the 3D.
Yeah, his backstory is really cool.
Because he's basically like from a planet of hunters.
Mm-hmm.
And like hat-face hunters.
Really weird looking.
And he had good reason to hate the Jedi.
I wanted this to look dark, and instead I made it look shadowy. I think I might have to change that roof. There we go. I have no fucking clue what I've done now.
I mean, cool look.
It's cool looking. It's just not good. It's a cool concept. Let's try again. Sometimes you just gotta start over. I think a big part of it is the tentacle things. I think I made them too long and not like it doesn't look like a manta ray per se. Because I made them too tentacly. It looked like more like an octopus.
Apparently, in the past, the manta ray cloak used to let you polymorph into a manta ray,
Interesting.
but you didn't really control it. The moment you hit saltwater, it changed you. So sort of like a weird cursed item.
Well, I mean, the intent was to keep you from drowning, so I assume that is like as intended. Not like you turn into a manta ray and you're a manta ray forever.
Thanks, Carrie.
A shroom was born here today. Sir Shroomlessly, hello. Has my recommendation been done yet? I joined the stream quite late. I'm not sure what is happening. I believe Sir Shroomly. I don't know. Let me look. Let me see. We did. We actually did do the Mushroom Knight person. Druid did it.
Oh yeah,
You want
totally.
to show that off
accidentally.
real quick so we can show Sir Shroomly? Normally we post these at the end of the thing in the Discord, so if you want to check it out, you're very welcome to. We'll post them there. Yeah, Drew did it. I think he did a great job. So.
Glowing Myconid knight with a sword and shield.
Norwin, hello, hello. And yeah, thank you, Goldtooth. Yeah, we're still going. We're still drawing stuff, but we've done a few of them. We've done a handful of them.
The thing that's kind of funny is that I did it totally by accident. I just was drawing a Myconid as my warm-up, and I give him a sword and shield, and everyone's like, hey, you're doing the thing.
It was predestined. It was predestined. I think this is my first time participating in it since I've moved. Yeah, it looked good. If it helps, I've imagined, wow. Imagine this character as actual flying manta ray. This is, I think, is cool. I think this is a little more. It's less legit manta ray, but I like it. I think conceptually, it's got more pieces. It's like a manta ray hood.
I like the giant flying manta rays that was in the Dark Crystal show.
I liked most things about the Dark Crystal except for the Gelflings. It made me so mad. The concept art for the Gelflings was so good. And then the puppets were just like, I don't know. I feel like they dropped the ball on the puppets. And then when they remade the series, they're like, we got to keep it the same as the old one. It's like, no, please make the puppets better. Everything is good except the Gelfling. And I don't know. I don't know what it is about them that just... Maybe it's a little too uncanny valley for me.
I can see that.
And in the new one, they did do some stuff which I think was better. Like, what's the main character's name? I can't remember her name. She has
the Underdark Gelfling?
The Underdark Gelfling, yeah. Like, her eyes were much bigger, and I feel like that was more in tune with the concept art. But the original, like, high Gelflings, they just look like poorly puppet people. Poorly made puppet people. And it makes me sad, because I really love that series. Everything is great about it. And in the 70s, it was like, oh, you know, like, they're getting a lot of... They work. Like, they're great. And it felt kind of like, oh, very cool, it's a puppet. And now it's just like, why did you do that again? Like, make it better. do good.
How was your reasons?
Yeah. Thank you for working on the Coptic version before. Reminded me of some kind of illithid. Yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely needed to start over. But that's important. I think being able to know when to try again is important as an artist.
Yeah.
That's also one of the reasons we do the dice method, because sometimes a little bit of a sketch just isn't enough. You need to draw a little more. That's not how faces do. I kind of want to do a mask for this, though, so we might still do this.
Of course you want to do a mask for it.
I've been getting the itch. I might make a new mask.
Like, design a new mask for your character, or build a new mask?
Just design a new mask for fun.
Hell yeah.
creature on the far right looks like a Goloma Pathfinder. Which is cool. Multi-eyed player character.
Time is it? Go Tooth! Anyways, I'm headed off. See you later. Here's 10 for the road. Thank you. Get a pizza or something. That sounds good. I might do pizza this weekend. I appreciate that. Thank you, Gold Tooth. I appreciate the tips. I appreciate the chat. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you for hanging out.
Catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flippy flop. This is what you brought upon us today, Corvus. I've got some Corvus salt today. Just like,
what have I done?
I don't know. I want to give you shit today. I'm not sure why.
The reason I started cackling to myself is I just saw the epic rap battle of history with Abe Lincoln.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Where when you said flip floppity or catch on the flip flop.
I'm on a boat. I got my swim trunks and my flippy floppies.
No, I saw the one where it's Obama and Mitt Romney one, and he shows up at the end and steals the win.
Yeah. You flip flopping it.
I like you, but you're flip floppity.
I just like that he slapped them both. That made me happy. I can't talk about it.
Eagle!
Eagle! Yeah. I'm telling you, politicians would be a lot more chill if they knew that they could just get slapped in the face by Abraham Lincoln at any point in time. I'd like to invoke the Lincoln, the Lincoln clause. What does that mean? Just walk up and slap him.
I vaguely remember at one point in U.S. history, someone got not really beaten to death, but got beaten by a cane in the middle of session once.
I mean, we need to bring back the duels, or whenever there's a 50-50 vote, there's just bare knuckle boxing. Like,
I can get behind that one.
Yep. Whose bill was this? Okay, there's a 50-50 vote, so you're gonna have to fight. Please send forward your champion.
Alright, I think I'm done with Dragonborn.
Okay. You want a new one?
You give me a second.
Sure.
Gotta figure out what to name it
I am
in
Glork.
my saves.
And more dragon.
Rick Chompley.
Come on, brain. Function.
I mean, you could just call it Dragonborn from Discord and Draw. June 8th, that's what I named them.
I'm trying to remember what the club is called because I always name them something that describes what it is.
A Kanabo.
Giru says, it was a little before the Civil War. Some guy said something about a senator from another state, and the guy started beating him over the head with a cane.
Yeah. I remember hearing the story about when I visited the U.S. Capitol. So it's...
People, like, I used to watch a lot of King of the Hill because...
Damn it, Barber.
It was great. I really liked Cotton Hill because he was just so shitty. Like, he's such a shitty person. But he wasn't at the end of the day. It was like, oh man, it's such a weird dichotomy. But something he always said was if you're not willing to bare knuckle box, then you ain't really mad. And it's just like, yes, that is a good. That's a good way to live life. It's like, are you mad enough to punch that guy? No, then just chill the fuck out. Like.
All right, I'm ready for a new one now.
Okay.
D10?
We're actually getting down there. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 left.
So D8?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d8. Reroll 8s.
2.
Oh, that's on the other page. Bugbear Pit Fighter with a pair of katanas. Oh, katars. It's not as cool now. that's Corvus King's. Bugbear Pit Fighter with a pair of katars.
I don't think guitars are cooler than katanas. Okay.
No, I mean,
Punch
I
daggers.
had an image in my head that I was very excited for, and then it wasn't that.
Don't feel bad. Katanas did cross my mind, but I was like, no, katanas are reserved for hobgoblins.
I think a forint might be the funniest version. Like, sure, you can fly, but why should I? Carry me, servant. I don't get that. What's a forint? Is it like a flying elephant or something? I changed my suggestion. I think we... Oh, yeah, we haven't done bionics yet. To a dragon. Oh, no. No longer a beefy werewolf, but a beefy dragon.
Oh. Yep.
So Bugbear with punch daggers.
Yep.
How am I going to give Rugby punch daggers? He has no hands.
Get creative.
The funny thing is that I do actually draw Rugby and Bugbears with the same head shape.
I have a bugbear commission I need to do tonight. Probably do that after the stream. I made myself some more tabbouleh. I'm super excited for it. And then I will go on Twitch and I will draw a bugbear. So if people would like to hang around for that, you're welcome to.
This bugbear was initially going to be a dino druid, but I thought that might be a weird ask. So I was like, no, just go fighter.
A dino druid? I dig the dino druids, to be totally fair.
5th edition's trying.
Yeah.
They didn't hit the mark just right. This time.
Pathfinder, it was super broken. But it was super broken because the Pathfinder dinosaurs were scaled up in CR. Because one, they were big, and two, they're fucking dinosaurs. So it was like...
Dinos!
Yeah. It's like, let's see, I could turn into a rhinoceros at level 5, or a triceratops at level 3. And it's like, what? What now? Okay. No, the Dino Druid is super fun.
I don't know what the actual area would be called. The prehistoric mammals, like woolly rhinos.
The Savage Land. Sorry, that was a
turn into a mastodon.
An X-Men grift.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Can't get over that really bad southern accent that they did for Jurassic Park. A dinosaur.
What if that's just the way someone talks and you just totally called them out for it?
If they do, I'm sorry, but I feel like they don't.
Well, now let me tell y'all how I think you will talk.
Unless they're like from deep southern Georgia. Maybe.
I would just like to point out, spoilers for a book that came out in, I don't know, 1988 or some shit. I'm sad that Hammond doesn't die in the movie. Because he dies real good in the book.
Yeah, he does. Like, real last minute, too.
Yeah. Like, I guess his death was in the second movie with the guy that like zaps the tiny dinosaur, the compy. Yeah. That's Hammond's death in the book.
Oh God.
Yeah, he breaks his leg, falls off a river, and gets eaten by by compies. But like, it feels so good in the book because you're like, you're an asshole the entire time. And then
Yes.
for some reason they're like, no, he's got to be redeemable. And then in the second movie they're like, how do we justify this guy dying? What if he zaps one of them with a taser? Yeah, that's fair. It's like, that was not deserved compared to what
Book Hammond does.
Book Hammond does, yeah. Because he essentially just like endangers the life of his grandchildren as a PR stunt, and then gets a shit ton of people killed. But no, we can zap a little lizard. That's fine. Like that's the same comparable. Like that justifies that. It's like, no, what are you doing?
I found out the guy who wrote Jurassic Park also wrote a book that was based on, or book that based one of my favorite bad movies growing up, 13th Warrior.
Okay.
The book is called The Eaters of the Dead, and it's basically a retelling of Beowulf.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought 13th
Yeah.
Warrior was Beowulf, or
Yeah,
is it Beowulf?
it's his
Where's
own
it-
version of Beowulf that he did,
Okay.
and because someone said that Beowulf was boring,
Beowulf is boring. I'm gonna put that out there. Beowulf
and
is
he
boring.
argued differently, but so he went out to write his own kind of adventure version of Beowulf.
There's like a good few pages of Beowulf and Grendel just like hugging through a door. It's really weird. It's a weird book.
Called a grapple. But yeah,
Like Beowulf is just an asshole, but Grendel, kind of weird, kind of a legit
he was
monster.
just tired of his next door neighbors being party hogs and just not shutting up.
He did eat
I
some
get
people
that.
though. Like there's a difference.
We all eat people occasionally. Anyway,
All right, not good from the dude closest to Georgia. Just putting that out there.
18 hours from Georgia.
I honestly don't
is-
remember where Deliverance takes place, but that was the joke I was getting to.
Oh, pretty sure it's actually supposed to be like West Virginia. But anyway, yeah,
That's way
basically
closer
got
to my house. Sorry, go.
Beowulf and a historical journal from an Arab explorer.
Yeah,
So it's like, this is neat.
it was good.
The movie kind of flopped, but I liked it.
It did flop, but it was good. I like them.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Crichton wrote tons of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jurassic Park is dinosaur fiction was not his main thing. Didn't he also write Hunt for the Red October? Or was that somebody else?
I don't know, but he wrote a shit ton of stuff. I was thinking of Sphere. Who wrote Sphere?
Michael Crichton.
Okay.
Yeah, Crichton did.
MichaelCrichton.com, the official site of Michael Crichton. Thank you, Google. I just wanted to see his Bookopedia, please.
Oh yeah, and he wrote Congo.
That was the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah, he's got a huge list of things that got made into movies. Oh, I wanted to do a sexy bugbear, and I'm getting a shape here that is making me think of Cheetah from the DC universe, the villain.
From the DC universe?
Yeah, isn't she
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who that is.
Cheetah?
Oh, Cheetah.
is-
I thought you said Yeta. I was like, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
sorry.
No, that's all right.
So, apparently Congo was originally supposed to have Sean Connery in it, but the film never
Interesting.
happened.
Congo happened,
Congo did,
but not Sean Connery.
where Michael Crichton was directing it.
Oh. Check out my flappy hat.
Flappy Fit. someone drawing Dodie?
It does look like that. Where's that fresh cut
Who's-
grass?
Who is Dodie? Oh, I do know Dodie. Never mind.
Fresh cut grass 1.0.
Well, that'd be very weird if that just who.
You don't
Fresh
think
cut
Terry
grass.
Darrington is the one that created fresh cut grass?
No, but because his creator was a lesbian, and Tyrion. I mean, he was gay, but he was not a lesbian.
How shameful of you to assume.
I mean, never mind. Never mind. It was a rather kind of graphic scene that happened.
Okay, I have missed something apparently. Don't worry about it.
We know
He
that
tried
FC
batting for the other team. Let's just
Okay.
say that, and did not like it.
whereas we know that FCG's creator thoroughly enjoyed pussy.
Another assumption.
Nope, it is canon. It was stated.
Oh, Sam, you're so silly.
I'm convinced that she only found half of FGC's body and pieced it somewhat together.
Really?
No way she
I'm-
created it.
I'm still a little kind of behind.
I'm on episode
So-
3.
So
Not
I
much
don't.
has progressed with his thing. I'll just say that he drops weird hints every now and then, but nothing like concrete has been stated. But I'm fairly sure that she just found him and she put him together.
So you do think it is Dodie?
No, I think he's like from one of the floating cities
Oh, okay.
because there were some in
Oh.
Marquette,
Ah, Lita Battle Angel style. I like it.
and just she kind of pieced together a memory.
That makes a lot of sense to me, actually. Same with Ashton's reconstruction being based on a Dunamancy artifact,
Mm-hmm.
I got a time crystal in my brain.
which at this point has not been explicitly confirmed, I don't think, but is basically confirmed. Anyway, I don't know.
Oh, you'll get around. You'll get around to it.
I think I'm done with this. I don't know what else to do with it.
They do
Sounds-
talk about that particular thing. So where are you? Like, how many episodes are you behind? Or what episode you were on?
This is not a Critical Role podcast.
a
Just want to point that out.
fair number. I'm at the point where they're just about to pull the heist in the
Museum.
in the museum. Yeah.
I mean, she didn't like cats.
The massive air quotes museum.
In Grunkle stands side
Oh my God,
side piece.
yes.
I've lost control. I've lost control of everything.
Yep, sorry. We
Good.
don't care anymore. This is no longer your channel.
No, apparently not. Burning did say Beowulf would be exciting and fun if it were told around a campfire. I agree with that. I think that would be really fun. I think that's part of the problem is that it's a long poetic, and those are never fun to just read. 9 p.m. here. Sure, certainly. Thank you for hanging out. Bionic, you mean she liked cats? I mean, that's what it sounded like to me. Someone who likes the smell of cats could possibly make robots. Yeah, I think I am done here, and I think I am winding down. It is 1 o'clock. We even started a little early today, which is good. I'm gonna get the rest of these stickers in the mail. If you do want to grab some stickers, you got about 40 minutes to join the Patreon, and then I will send those out. Otherwise, I will be over on Twitch in a little bit. Probably, I think. I'm pretty sure, unless I have to go pick somebody up soon, which I think It's probably not going to be that way. But yeah, I'll probably be over on Twitch in a little bit. Druid, are you close to being done with your bugbear?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. I'm sorry. We can keep going if you want.
No, that's fine. End when you need to end. I'll keep drawing this and I'll put it up in the Discord when it's done.
Okay. Sorry, Corvus. I know that was your suggestion.
It's fine.
But yeah, I am gonna jump over to. I'll jump over to TikTok. I could do TikTok live. Over to Twitch here in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna eat some tabbouleh first. We'll be over there and we'll keep drawing for the day. So, thanks again for hanging out today, everybody. Okay, I'm done drawing. That's good. It's a D&D podcast. Yeah, right. That's it. That's all we're doing for the day. Thanks again for all the great suggestions. Thanks for all the great conversations. Go like your favorite video and write fresh cut grass in the comments. Just once. Just once, though. Don't get in trouble. We are also hanging out on TikTok more now. I've been uploading some weird stuff. So there's a link for that down below, as well as we have a Reddit page. We're not sure what to put there. Right now we're just taking rugby fan art and suggestions for drawings. But feel free to check that out. Feel free to post something, submit things to it. Fresh cut grass! Exactly. I do love Sam. So we'll keep moving on to new videos, new characters, and we'll be over on Twitch the rest of the week doing some sketches. So thanks again for hanging out. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we will catch you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.